Hello, everyone. How is everybody doing? Hey, guys, I see some people are already here. We have some viewers already, but we just started. Today, we're going to study a fun little topic, relationship vocabulary. All right. So it's a nice, simple topic. It's because we're really close to Valentine's Day in the U.S. We're going to start in a few moments, but we're going to wait just a little bit just to make sure that everybody is connected, to make sure that everybody can see me and we can interact. But tell me, guys, how have you been doing? Where are you from? Where are you watching from? I see some regulars like Luan. Hey, Luan from Brazil. How are you? I see some others. Alors, Siu. Excellent. Didem. Perfect. Koos Landman from Durban in South Africa. Awesome. Awesome, Koos. Malcolm from Morocco. Mahdi from Morocco, sorry. Ella, hi. Hello, Pradeep from Nepal. And I see Aiden, Layla, Cuba from Turkey. Ella's from Turkey. Awesome. Aiden is from Somalia. Okay, cool. Antonio from Brazil. That's awesome. So, different places all around. All right, I see we have a lot of people then. Mother from Iraq, Tammy from Panama. Oh, someone is watching from England. That's awesome. Safa. hmm hmm Russia Duel from Bangladesh, from Sudan. Uh-huh. Turkey. Didam is from Turkey. hmm Majid from Saudi Arabia. That's awesome. Somebody else from Turkey. A lot of people from Turkey today. So that's great. I have a lot of students from Turkey. I love them. I have wanted to visit Turkey for a long time. I haven't had the opportunity yet, but I will go someday. So, yeah, I can see a lot of people from Turkey. Uh, I can also see a lot of people from Brazil. So, that's awesome. A lot of people from all over the world. And it means that we have very diverse students here today. Uh-huh. Sidrey. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, perfect. So, yeah, we have a lot of students from all over the world. Uh, and I just want to make sure you guys can hear me, you guys can see me. I think that's a yes, right? Give me a thumbs up if you can see me. Oh, sorry. Give me a thumbs up if you can see and hear me clearly. I just want to make sure the signal is good. I see some people from the Ivory Coast, from Zimbabwe. Okay, perfect. And I just want to make sure that you guys can see this the right way around. All right. As we already know, for some reason, my camera is always flipped. I think YouTube doesn't like me. I'm not sure why. So, is it okay? Huh? Can you read this correctly or not? Tammy says yes. I see a lot of thumbs up. I'm hearing clearly. Okay. All right. Everything is okay. Absolutely okay. Perfect. So you guys can see this correctly, right? In the right orientation. It's just because sometimes for some reason YouTube flips it. All right. Perfect. So, like we were saying, today we're going to study Valentine's Day vocabulary. Not exactly Valentine's Day vocabulary. We're going to study relationship vocabulary and we're going to learn how to express things and experiences using some of this vocabulary. Now, today I woke up with a little bit of a stuffy nose or a sore throat, so if my voice is a little funny, it's probably because of that, and I do apologize, you guys. But you know, I wouldn't miss it from the world for the world. All right, so that's really, 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 really important. All right, so let's begin. Yeah. There are many, many words that express relationship stuff and that have a little bit to do with Valentine's Day. You guys probably know what Valentine's Day is, right? But I know that it's celebrated differently in different parts of the world, and sometimes it's celebrated on different occasions, right? So, why don't you guys tell me a little bit about Valentine's Day? What do you know about Valentine's Day? Because for us, it's kind of close. Tell me, you guys. What can you tell me from Valentine's Day? Or about Valentine's Day? How do you celebrate it? How do you imagine people celebrate it? Tell me about that. All right. So, dinner date and chocolate, Tammy. Good. Very, 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 very good. Dinner date and chocolate. So, you would go out with someone, have a date, have something romantic, and give chocolate. Desi says gifts. She said, or they say, someone else says, Emil Tokyo says, it is not special day for me and my husband, so we don't celebrate. Okay, cool. Yeah, a lot of people don't celebrate, and I think actually now it's getting less and less popular. So, Malcolm, we know a lot of things, but we didn't celebrate it. Okay. Noel Winter says we sent some chocolate. All right. Good. Mm-hmm. All right. So, guys, remember, just focus on the vocabulary. Don't worry about other stuff or other people or other comments. We're going to block that. Okay. But let's focus on relationship vocabulary. So, what do you guys do to celebrate Valentine's Day if you celebrate it? Rashid says, give some flowers. Okay. Give some flowers. What type of flowers? Do you give it to friends? Do you give it to family? Mm-hmm. Kubra says, I am waiting for flowers from my husband. Nice. So you actually receive gifts. You don't sometimes people don't give a lot of things, but they receive gifts. Mm-hmm. Crystal says, show appreciation to your partner and spread the love. Okay, perfect, perfect. Excellent. Try to take the day off and surprise your spouse. Excellent. Mm-hmm. Excellent, excellent. Very, 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 very good. Mm-hmm. Very good. What else? Can you guys think of anything? Someone gives pink teddy bear to girlfriend. Good. Didem says, I was on holiday in Dubai with my family. Mm-hmm. Okay. Very, 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 very good. And what else? Give me one more example. Mm-hmm. One more example, you guys. Plan a mini vacation. All right, Tammy. Thank you. Very, very good. So, yeah, you can do a lot of things on February 14th, which is Valentine's Day. That's really, 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 really important. However, not everyone celebrates it. And we already see in the comments that not everyone celebrates the same way. Some people focus on more romantic things. Some people in some countries kind of focus on friendship and things, but originally it is more geared towards romantic relationships and things like that. Mm-hmm. So that's something really, really, really important. When we're talking about these kinds of celebrations, it usually is really important to clarify that from city to city, state to state, and person to person, they can be celebrated differently. So let's move on to the actual vocabulary. All right. Because most of this vocabulary is somewhat simple, I wanted to do a little bit of an activity. All right. The vocabulary is going to be divided into verbs and not verbs. All right. And I'm going to ask you where we should put it or where it is most appropriate, just because we're going to make some sentences. And I want to make sure that we have a really clear understanding. Let's put it there. We have a really clear understanding of what these words are and how we can use them. All right. So, first of all, like I said, relationship vocabulary, because of Valentine's Day and because it's really close, we're going to focus on relationship vocabulary. And most of this vocabulary is strictly romantic. All right. And what do you call someone who you have a relationship with? Because actually, there are a lot of ways to call someone when you're in a relationship with them. What do you think? Can you give me any examples? Right now, I'm going to give you a few, but if you already know this, I want to see. So, what do you call someone who you already have a relationship with? What do you guys think? You guys need help? So, honey, sweetie, dear. Good, good. Very good. So, all of those are called terms of endearment. But we usually say those terms of endearment are correct. However, we usually establish that we only say this to our significant other. I don't know if you guys have heard of this. What does significant other mean? Fong is a little bit closer. Partner, spouse, husband. That's the meaning of significant other. Someone who you have a relationship with and somebody who is already a big part of your life. It's not usually a short or temporary or casual relationship, but there's someone who you have a big, important relationship with. Of course, they can be your boyfriend or your girlfriend, but very frequently, it is your wife, your husband, your spouse, whatever you want to call them. They are your significant other. All right. But what do you guys think? Is this a verb or is it not a verb? Which one should it be? What do you think, you guys? Not a verb. All right. Most of you are saying not a verb. Does everyone agree? Not a verb. All right. Yes, of course. Obviously, this is a little bit easy. It's not a verb. Your significant other is someone who you have a relationship with, or we already saw another way of saying this. We can say somebody who is your partner. Hang on, I'm going to tape this as well. Your partner. All right. I didn't include words like boyfriend or girlfriend because, of course, I think that those are really, really clear and you know that they are and what they mean, right? So significant other or partner are similar. They're not exactly verbs in every situation, but we can use them very, very, very similarly, all right? So that's the thing. Not a verb, significant other, and partner. Guys, can you help me make a sentence while we choose the other word? How would we use significant other or partner in a sentence? What do you guys think? Other half. Okay. Other half. I actually think I have that. I have a similar thing. So Tammy says other half. There is a similar expression It's not exactly other half, but it's a similar phrase. All right. So Antonio says, my wife is a significant partner for me. What do you guys think? Is that good? Can we adjust it? Can we make it better? What do you guys think? Perla says, Jane and there's a like here. I can't see it. Jane and Bob are partners. This is George, my significant other. Exactly. Good. Those two are really good. Very good, Perla or Christina. I don't know which one you prefer, but very good sentence. Jane and Bob are partners. And then Tammy says, this is George, my significant other. Both correct. Both perfect. Excellent. So Perla. Okay, Perla. I'll call you Perla. So those sentences are correct. Can you think of any more, guys, from other people? Rashidul says, my wife would be a significant partner to me. Perla's from Brazil. Thank you, Perla. Well, Rashidul, here's the thing. When we're talking about our significant other, we're already establishing that we have a relationship with the person. So it's obviously your wife. And if you're saying your wife, you don't need to say your significant other or partner. You can. It's not wrong, but it's not necessary. It's like saying, my son is my child, you know? Yes, it's true, but it's a little bit redundant. We don't need to say that. Or it's like saying, my brother is my sibling. Yes, it's true, but you're kind of repeating the same thing. So it's not wrong, it's just typically not said. So we wouldn't say, my boyfriend is my partner, or my significant other is my wife, or anything like that normally, unless the context really, really required it, right? So, very good. Now, Tammy mentioned something that was actually really, really good. She said, other half. So, it's not wrong, but the phrase that we typically say is better half. And that also is related to how you call your partner or your boyfriend or your wife or whomever you have a relationship with, your better half. Why do you guys think we say better half? Tell me, guys, and then I'm going to pick another word and we'll move on. All right. What do you guys think? What does it mean to say your better half, or why do you think we say better half? Better, Tammy. Yes, better half. So why do you think we say better half? You guys, wife equals better half. Yes, of course. Someone who you have a relationship with is your better half. But why is it called better? Tammy says because we're complimenting them. Perla says, I don't know. So what do you think, you guys? Is Tammy right? Is it because we compliment them? My better half is my boyfriend, Cuba. Very good. That's a good example. Yes. So basically, it is for the reason that Tammy said. When we're complimenting someone, rather, when we have a relationship with someone, it's typical to speak of them in a very loving way, to express your endearment, to express how much they matter to you. It can be for many subtle reasons, but the thing is, we usually say that they are our better half because we want to really emphasize how good and special and beautiful they are, right? So that's really, really important, right? So significant other, partner, better half. All of those are quite similar. And together, we form, Erva says, one of a pair of animals. Not exactly. It's a little bit more simple. But anyway, together, with you and your significant other and your partner and your better half, you form a couple. Now, what is the difference between saying couple and saying partner? Can you give me some sentences, guys, as an example? Because these partner and couple don't mean the same thing. and they are used in very different contexts. All right, we cannot use them the same way. And grammatically, there is actually a very, very important difference. So, between couple and all of these, what do you guys think is the difference? How can we explain them in a sentence? How can we use them, or how can we apply them? Because they are very, very different. Emil's already answered one thing. What do you guys think? Do you agree? Do you not agree? What do you guys think? I reckon that couple means pair. All right. Emil says it is including two people. Right. Right. Nice and simple, but it's fundamentally that. When we say couple, we're not referring to our boyfriend. We're referring to two people together, whether that includes us or not. Right. So you can say, you can talk about a couple that doesn't have anything to do with you, that doesn't have any relationship with you. Mary and John are an interesting couple, Antonio. Are, because they're two. Mary and John are an interesting couple. Tammy says, my business partner has good ideas. He and my secretary would make a great couple. Good, right, something like that. Exactly. Although, as you know, many times in the US, you shouldn't be in a relationship with your coworkers, especially not your boss or your secretary or someone above or under you. That is usually considered wrong in a US workplace. Okay, but the grammar is correct, the sentence is correct, so very good, Tammy. Very, very, very good. My business partner has good ideas. He and my secretary would make a good couple. Exactly. So we're talking about two people together. All right. Not exactly one person, your boyfriend or your girlfriend or anything like that. Erva says several couples were on the dance floor. Good. Very good. That means people together were dancing. So very, 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 very good. Excellent. Any other examples? Any other things here? What other things can you guys think of? In the meantime, we're going to go over this word. Or actually, let's vary it up a little bit. This word. All right. Make up. Not to be confused with make up together. All right. Make up. Is this a verb or is this not a verb? A couple of days. Yeah, but in the context of relationship vocabulary, a couple is two people. Okay. So Emil says verb, a phrasal verb. Luan says verb. What do you guys think? Are they correct? Verb says no. Okay. Verb. So a lot of people are saying verb. Is this a verb? Yes, it is a verb. It is specifically a phrasal verb. Do any of you guys know what it means? Have you heard of it before? Have you have you heard how to use it? Because it's actually relatively common to say make up. All right. Desi says verb, and it's the opposite of breakup. Okay, that's one way to explain it. The opposite of make up. I mean, the opposite of breakup. Sorry, the opposite of breakup. Well, I don't know if it's exactly the opposite, but it is very different. Desi says to reconcile. Exactly. So when we make up with someone, instead of having a fight, we're fixing a fight. We're coming together. We're solving it. Or we're trying to end an argument or end a bad situation. Okay? That is to make up. Okay? Now, that's why I say it's not exactly or totally the opposite of break up, because you can make up with anyone. Okay? You can have an argument with your best friend, for example, and maybe you guys don't agree on something or someone did something bad. And after some time, after a few days, or if you talk about it, maybe you make up. Okay. Tammy gives us an excellent example. He bought her flowers to try to make up. Good, 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 good. Very good. Now, what other things can you say with makeup? How else can you use this phrasal verb? Can you guys give me other examples? Can you guys think of anything? What do you guys think? Leave them in the comments. A few other sentences with the phrasal verb make up. What do you guys think? Wake up? No? That's a little bit different. What other sentences can you guys give me? Come on. Let's think of some while I give you. She loved very much to make up. Okay, that's fine. All right. Now, just because it was kind of related, to make up is much harder than to break up. No, says no. That is very true and a very good sentence. So excellent. She make up tasty dinner? No. Remember, Ariane, that make up is not the same as make. To make up is to fix a problem, to come together, to solve an issue. My partner can only make up my absence? No, again, that's not really correct. Erva says, let's leave as soon as I make up my face. All right. So, no, actually, guys, you seem to be confusing it. Make up is not the same as make. It's not the same. And it is not the same as make up together, right? Make up together is the paint or the products that you put on your face, your eyeliner, your eyelash stuff, your not conditioner, what's it called? Your primer and your all of those products that you put on your face. That is makeup. But this is a phrasal verb, to make up, right? And it means to fix a problem, to come together, to end an issue, right? So, and remember, it doesn't always just mean correct. It just means that with someone, you're trying to solve an argument. So Tinky Winky says, we made up after days. Yes, all right. Desi says, let's bury the hatchet and make up. Perfect. Luan says, they fell out during dinner, but made up right after. Right. Very good. Karini, hello, Karini, says, we make up our relationship. It's okay. You can make it a little bit better because remember, when you're saying make up, you're already talking about a relationship. So if you just say we make up or we made up, then definitely it's correct. All right. Mehdi from Pakistan. Hello, Mehdi. Ariane, yes, we take private classes. I do give private classes, and you can follow the link below to find out more. Actually, you guys remember that these classes on YouTube are provided by Cambly completely free every Saturday, and I believe every Sunday as well. So we have a lot of material. We try to give a lot of classes, and we try to make sure that the topics are fun and interesting and useful for you guys and that are relevant to the dates. So if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, give a like to the video, and keep paying attention to the channel to see when we upload more videos or lives or whatever. And that way you'll always be practicing your English. Very good. So Antonio says, make up your mind to ask her about a relationship. So to make up your mind is a different phrasal verb, Antonio. And that's why we're trying to be very specific. All right. There's nothing To make up the couple is earlier. Okay, that's a little bit better. But a lot of you are mentioning a phrasal verb that is break up, right? It is a connected phrasal verb, and I think this one is a little easier to understand for most of you. What does break up mean? Most of us, unfortunately or unfortunately, have gone through this in our life. Almost everyone does at some point. But what does that mean? Break up. Is it something good? Is it something bad? What does it mean to break up? All of you are using it as a phrasal verb, which is correct. But give me some examples, guys, or give me some help with the definition. Dewey says bad. Yeah, it's usually bad. All right, but break up, to cut off, Rastel. Not exactly, Rastel. Lon says to go separate ways. Desi says the relationship was on the rocks and they finally broke up. Perla says to finish a relationship. Exactly. So it's a very general way of saying that the relationship finished. All right. It doesn't exactly explain who or why or how. That's not the point. We're just saying that the relationship ended. And I'm saying some other examples. She broke up with him because he was lazy. Good sentence. Very, very good. Tammy says they decided to break up because they always fight. Of course. Very good. Very, very good sentences, you guys. So yeah, you understand this. Like I was saying, it's a little bit easier to understand. It's just to end a relationship. Okay. Typically, it's for the relationships that aren't marriages, because when you end a marriage, we call that divorce. So do you break up from your wife or from your husband? Man, not exactly. We usually don't say that. We usually would say divorce if you're married. But if you're not married, you break up. So to conclude a relationship with somebody along with sadness, anger, and so on, says no. Yes. Perla says, my boyfriend broke up with me over the phone. Yeah, that sucks. That's terrible. But it happens. And it's a good example of the sentence. All right? So very good, guys. Make up. Break up. Now, because we were reviewing the difference between make up and break up, have you guys ever heard of this phrasal verb? To make out. What do you guys think? Ever heard of it? Nothing? No? I can't see the comments yet. I decided to break up with him because he doesn't want to get married. Yes, Kenny. That actually happened to me once. Sad story. Long story. But yeah, very good. Luan says yes. So she broke up with him because he didn't have a job. Okay. Null says a bit strange. But guys, what about this one? Make out. What do you think? Make out. What does this phrasal verb mean? What do you think, you guys? To make out. I'll give you guys a second to find the definition for this. To go on a date? No. So no, you guys, it's not to go on a date. It's something a little bit different. What do you guys think? When you're thinking about break up, you want to break up? No, guys, this phrasal verb is actually a lot simpler and a lot more common than maybe you think. Oh, I think some of you guys didn't see it, but it's make out. Any idea what this means, you guys? Make out? Okay, so I think comments are a little bit slow. I'm going to wait for you guys just to give you a chance to give me the definition of make out. Eighth says, I'll make out with my colleagues forever. Maybe not. So Debbie says, manage with some difficulty to see or hear someone or something. No, not in this context. That is very different. So what do you guys think? Tammy already gave a definition, which is, what do you guys think? Do you agree with her definition? Is that definition wrong? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Tammy said it meant kissing romantically. So do you guys agree? Is making out kissing romantically? Or is it something else? What do you guys think? Give her a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you agree or disagree. Because maybe you've heard about this phrasal verb in a movie or in a show or something like that, and you weren't sure what it meant. What do you guys think? Lon says, I think it's correct. Any other person? Correct, incorrect? What do you guys think? To kiss romantically. Not seeing so many comments, you guys. Come on, help me. What do you think? Is it correct to make out is to kiss, or is it incorrect? Correct. All right. Well, it's very similar to kiss. I wrote down kiss here separately because it is a little bit different. The thing is, when we say kiss, we're generally talking about the word, the umbrella word, all right? We're not being very specific, all right? We're just talking about what we do with our lips, usually to express a romantic feeling for someone. So a kiss can be very small, it can be very short, just like a little, right? That can be a kiss. Or you can, for example, kiss your mother or your grandmother, or kiss your dog, right, on the forehead or something like that. Or you can blow a kiss. So a kiss is a very general word. That just means that, right? However, to make out is to do it a lot more romantically. It's when people kiss very, very intensely. You know, they're hugging, they're like, it looks like they're eating each other. That is to make out. So it is different from kiss. It is a little bit different. Like Tammy said, it is, you do it very romantically, very intensely. So obviously you can only do that with your partner. You wouldn't do that with other people. Okay? It's very, very, very different. Loco says, I saw them making out yesterday, so I think they made up. Excellent. That is an excellent, excellent sentence. So I think you guys understand it. Okay? We're going to go with a few more. We're going to try to go a little faster with these, you guys. And we're going to focus on the ones that are a little bit more advanced and interesting. So I'm going to give you two, all right? They are, one of them is a phrasal verb, and the other one is not a phrasal verb. And I want you to tell me which is which. So we have head over heels, okay, and tie the knot. So which one is a verb and which one is not a verb? I'm going to give you guys some more time. Tie the knot, head over heels. Which one is a verb? Which one is not a verb? What do you guys think? Head over heels, verb. All right. What do you guys think? Head over heels, is it the verb? Head over heels, not verb. So Tanky says it's a verb. Luan says it's not a verb. What do you guys think? Tie the knot, verb. Tie the knot, verb, and head over heels. Oh. Which is which? Head over heels, not verb. To tie the knot, to marry someone. Exactly. So to tie, this one. To tie the knot is to marry someone, to get married. So it is a verb, and head over heels is not a verb. It is just a description of how you feel. When you are head over heels for someone, it means you're really crazy, madly in love. Everything is beautiful. You don't care about anything else. You're head over heels. It means you're falling down, right? Crazy, crazy in love. Tie the knot, yes, it is a verb, and it means to get married. So, of course, to get married, you know what that means, and I think it's pretty simple, right, you guys? So very, very good. But what do you do before you get married? Well, it's usually called, we use the idiom, pop the question, right? Obviously, you can ask a lot of different things to a lot of different people, right? Maybe you can say, hey, how are you? Or what time is it? Or what's your favorite movie? But when you're speaking specifically about this question, about getting married, we usually say we pop the question. Okay? It's a very, very, very specific phrasal verb, and that is used in this situation, almost always in this situation only, to pop the question. It means we ask something that is really important, very, sometimes it can make you very nervous, it's relevant, and it's not some casual thing, right? Usually we use it in the context of marriage. So we pop the question. Is that clear, you guys? Can you give me an example of some sentences with this vocabulary? What do you guys think? All right. And then we're going to go over some of the last ones just to finish on time, you guys, because we've been taking up a lot of time. So we're going to leave these out. And we're going to use, okay, don't beat around the bush, just go and pop the question. Very good. Yes. Excellent, Desi. Excellent, excellent. That's a great way of describing it. Don't beat around the bush. And a very good phrasal verb as well. Okay. Very good. So I think those are clear, right, you guys? What about if I'm talking about the verb? This is easy. I'm going to put it here right away because I don't want you to get it confused with a different kind of verb with a different kind of meaning. To fall for. What does that mean? To fall for. What do you guys think? To fall for. Any ideas? To fall for? No? All right. Well, it means when somebody has very strong feelings for somebody else. Good examples. It means that somebody has very strong feelings for somebody else and they fall for that person, right? It comes from fall in love, of course, and many times it's related to the feeling of developing emotions, all right? So it's that first feeling of, oh, I'm falling for her. I think something is happening. To fall in love, yes. But you don't always have to say in love. You can just say to fall for someone, right? For example, she was so cute that I fell for her, right? Or she was so smart that I fell for her, right? So we don't always need to say in love. And that is also a little bit connected to love at first sight. It's different. It's not the same. When we say to fall for someone, it's usually a gradual process. Sometimes it can be very quick, very immediate, and it can be love at first sight, but not always. Okay? Excellent. So guys, I'm going to give you the last one. Let me try to give you one that is a little bit more difficult. And it is this one. It's the last one, like I said, you guys. Is it a verb or not a verb? Verb or not a verb? What do you think, you guys? Is it easy? Is it difficult? Do you know what this means? Infatuation. Juan says, not a verb. Okay. What do you guys think? Is it a verb or not a verb? Somebody else? No, says not a verb. Somebody else? What do you guys think? Antonio says not a verb. Exactly. This is not a verb. This is a noun. The verb form can be infatuate, but in this case, we're talking about infatuation. So what does infatuation mean? Infatuation. What does it mean? Can anybody give me an example of infatuation? Can you use it in a sentence? What does infatuation mean? Okay, I see some examples cropping up. Pure care says noun. Exactly. It's a noun. In this situation, we're talking about a noun. And I think they said passion. Okay. So do you guys agree? Is it sort of like passion? Is it something similar? Is it very different? Passion, yes, no. What do you guys think? Passion. Similar, says Antonio. Here says fond. All right. Well, it is similar to passion. It's not exactly the same thing. When we say infatuation, we're basically talking about all those feelings of intensity, yes, of passion, of care, of interest. All those things fall into the family of infatuation. All right. And when we're talking about infatuation, we're talking about these extremely intense, deep feelings that we usually have for one person and one person only. Okay. It's a very, very intense form of love, of intense admiration, of intense, we can say, attachment. Everything is intense and it falls under infatuation. Right. Peter says desire to do. Not exactly, Peter. A desire to do is very different from infatuation. You're normally infatuated with something. Okay, that means you love that thing intensely, deeply. That's the only thing you really, really profoundly care about, and it is the center of your life, or at least of your feelings. Okay, that is infatuation. So, my dear students, we're going to stop here. I've already had you for a very long time. Maybe you have other things to do, and I'm sure that you're going to try to celebrate Valentine's Day. So have a very happy weekend. Remember that if you, for any reason, couldn't see the whole class or you arrived late or anything like that, the videos are saved on our Cambly YouTube channel. And on the channel, you can watch not only this video, but all the other videos that we've made from other Saturdays, from other Sundays, other topics with other tutors. Okay. So if you're interested in other topics and practicing other topics, check out the videos. Be sure to like them and share them with your friends. And not only that, but of course, we're going to keep making videos for you guys. The more you comment, the more you engage, the more you share it with your friends, the more we can keep doing this and we can make sure that people are still happy and that they have a little bit of the Cambly experience, but remember, for free. So this is just a small taste of what you can achieve on Cambly and how we teach on Cambly. If you're not a member, go join now, and you can actually have a private class with me. Some of you guys have already had private classes with me, and I thank you guys. But in the meantime, have a very happy, happy, happy weekend. And yes, happy Valentine's Day to all of you. Enjoy it with your loved ones. Enjoy it with your friends, your family, and of course, your partners and significant others. All right. Take care of yourself, guys. And until next time, bye-bye to everyone. Bye, guys. Bye, Perla. Bye, Peter. Bye, Noel. Happy Valentine's Day, guys. Bye, Antonio. Bye, Luan. Bye, everyone. Take care. Take care, all of you. Have a great weekend, and we'll see each other next time. Bye, Karimi. Bye, Noel. Bye, Fuad. Bye, everyone. Take care, you guys. And we'll see each other next time.